Corrupt cops can get off the hook without any issues, but unfortunately for them, sometimes the long arm of justice catches up to them. Just like in this first one, where a judge hammered a cop for DUI. In 2014, Lisette Gonzalez was charged with driving under the influence after being observed drinking beer while driving. Officer Michael Wagner testified that he witnessed Gonzalez consuming alcohol and subsequently arrested her. After the verdict was reached, Gonzalez's attorney made a final plea.
Your Honor, there's not enough evidence presented for the jury to find the verdict that they did. They didn't do all the field sobriety examinations that should have been done. I respectfully ask that this court grant the judgment notwithstanding the verdict.
According to the attorney, Gonzalez was not given a breathalyzer, and neither had her blood drawn for testing. Based on this, he asked the judge to overturn the verdict.
This isn't a purely circumstantial case, and so I'm going to deny the motion for JOA. Now, we have this other case for driving while license suspended.
Next, the judge brought up the issue that Gonzalez was driving with a suspended license, but that only happened because the arresting office, Wagner, Ayers, submitted a false report. When Wagner's attorney tries defending him, though, the judge loses his cool.
I want to be enlightened.
It was a mistake, admittedly, by Michael Wagner.
I know.
He testified to that today.
He caused her to have her driver's license suspended for at least a few months for nothing. So are you going to null process that case, or am I going to get mad at you today?
Perhaps you can get mad at me, Your Honor, but at this point...
Why wouldn't you? Wait a minute. Did you hear the uncontroverted testimony of this officer?
Your Honor.
Then I want you taking him up on perjury.
Your Honor.
Will you take him up for perjury?
He admitted it was a mistake, Your Honor.
No, but he lied. He lied on a sworn
Absolutely
citation.
not, Your Honor, and that is not true.
I'm dismissing. I am dismissing this charge. No, I'm dismissing the charge.
The attorney was trying to be assertive with a judge. They don't even have the decency anymore to be respectful, but the judge handled this spoiled woman pretty well.
This whole case was fishy, and I have no idea how they... You know what?
Their address on file.
You know what?
The state intends to amend
I'm
the
granting.
charge and proceed on
I'm rescinding the sentence. I'm granting the JOA.
I agree with the state's decision on
I'm granting the JOA in fairness.
In fairness, because you don't like the state's decision today, Your Honor, on the case?
No, you're not. Now that I consider what Officer Wagner testified to and how many times he basically tripped over himself just to arrest this lady with no real probable cause. You're done. Motion JOA is granted.
And you're not going to provide a written order on that?
Nope. You want to appeal me? Appeal me.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The case should have never been done. Never.
Thank you for letting us know that, Your Honor.
It's mind-blowing that some of these attorneys will go to any length to protect the evilest of people. Thanks to the judge's sensibility, Gonzalez walked out of that room free of all charges. If you think this cop had it bad, then wait till you see this next case where an evil cop got a sentence that rendered his life essentially over.
And we have surgically removed the cancerous officers from the Edison Police Department.
The officer in question was Edison Police Officer Michael Dotro, who was responsible for various plots to harm other officers and firebomb the house of one of his supervisors. Yes, you heard that right. This guy actually did that. Then, on September 7th, 2017, Middlesex County Court in New Brunswick.
Everyone to understand where I'm coming from with regards to this, especially if there's going to be any appellate review of this sentence. I want those judges to know the sentence to be imposed in this particular case is because Mr. Dotro, through his conduct and his admissions, spanning from 1998 to this year, represents the worst that we can possibly expect from someone in our society. Yes, he's caused very specific damage to Captain Endurkle and his family, to Ms. Zog, to Ms. Dotro, to his own parents, to his families, to his brothers, after he's walking out the door to spend the next third of his life in prison, has allowed people a basis to say that our system of justice has no integrity. How could it when we've allowed this particular individual like him here in Middlesex County, here in Edison, to do the things that he's done? Similar to what we see on the news every day from other parts of the country.
The judge was a perfect example of how criminals like that officer should be treated like they are a disease that should be eradicated from this planet and despised as much as possible.
Because of him and people like him, victims are afraid to come forward to be part of the criminal justice system and get the relief that they're entitled to from being victimized because they have no faith in it, because they don't know who to trust. Even more importantly, we have other individuals every day who put on a badge which represents honor, service, and integrity. Without question, go out there every day, leave their family behind to protect an entire community with hopes that they can make it through the day, through the end of their shift, so that they can go back home to their family and lead a normal human being life, because the life of a police officer is not a normal human being life.
It's really sad to say this, but that badge no longer means service and integrity. It has become just another means for bullies like Dotro to fulfill their egoic desires. After this, a prosecutor, along with 2 chiefs, announced the final sentencing for Michael Dotro.
In May of 2013, I stood right here and we announced the charges against Michael Dotro, very serious charges. And at that point, I was a brand new prosecutor too, he said, the job. Since that time, I have worked with Middlesex County Prosecutor's Office, Chief Bryant specifically, the Edison Police Department, many of its officers, and what we have done is we have analyzed what exactly was going on in Edison Police Department, and we have surgically removed the cancerous officers from the Edison Police Department. The Edison Police Department is a much different place than it was 4 years ago. Michael Dotro has now been sentenced and convicted of some very serious crimes that legitimate police officers find absolutely repugnant. We've gone back and we've looked at other officers at the Edison Police Department, and frankly, we've worked hard to clean shot. 4 other officers were removed for malfeasance that were directly tied to the Dotro investigation, and in addition, 3 others were removed for other acts that were inappropriate as well.
This is why it's essential to raise awareness about the disgusting actions of officers who abuse their power, because eventually, our voice reaches the top.
There's a new tone, there's a new day in Edison Police Department. All of the police officers who've gone to Edison Police Department uniform are proudly serving its citizens and everybody who comes through Edison. They're doing a fine job and they're serving with integrity. And that's what the County of Middlesex should know today. The Edison Police Department is a much better and different place than it was 4 years ago. And we're happy with the judge's rendering of the sentence today. Thank you.
Michael Dotro was an Edison cop for 10 years before his arrest and conviction. He was sentenced to 20 years in prison following his guilty plea. This cop got served pretty well, just like this next one who couldn't even admit he was guilty.
I've already ruled. I've already ruled at this point in time. We're done at this point in time.
During a hearing in Breckinridge County, Kentucky, Todd Pate, the former sheriff of Breckinridge County, appeared in front of the judge after he was charged with operating under the influence for the second time. As the hearing proceeds, Todd does something pretty strange.
This time is it your desire to change your plea from not guilty to guilty?
Do I have to answer that yes or no, or can I make somewhat of a statement?
That is a yes or no answer, sir.
Will I have the opportunity to say anything further?
If it is your intention to change your plea from not guilty to guilty, certainly you'll have an opportunity to make any statement. But if it is not your intent to enter a guilty plea at this time, then I'm going to set your case for jury trial, and you're going to stop wasting my time and everybody else's time this afternoon.
Ma'am, I'm not trying to waste your time.
Then is it your intention to enter a guilty plea at this time or not, sir?
No.
Todd had the option to plead guilty and reduce his sentence from 15 years to 75 days, and he still struggled with it. If that isn't stupidity, I don't know what is.
Why am I wasting your time,
Mr. Chambers, what is the Commonwealth's position at this time, sir?
Your Honor, we would move to revoke the defendant's bond at this time.
I believe I'll just let him answer that question if it pleases the court.
All right. So, Mr. Pate?
Can I say a few things, or?
I need to understand what it is that we're doing here today, Mr. Pate.
Yes, I had every intention of coming in here today and entering a guilty plea. It's difficult for me to enter a guilty plea for a lot of reasons, and I don't want this court to think that I am trying to minimize any responsibility that I had in this situation that occurred.
The former sheriff was doing all that drama so that he could prove himself right. In other words, being right was more important for him than spending less time in jail.
I feel like I'm being very much into doing something that's not right. And I want this court to know that Todd Pate holds himself responsible for everything that he did. It's hard for me to lay down and plead to felony charges that don't apply.
Is it your intention today to enter this guilty plea?
And if I could address...
This is either a yes or no. Are you going to enter your plea or not?
I guess everybody thinks it's funny. Let me just plea and get it over with for everybody. Plea to something that I absolutely do not feel good about, but I don't want you to try to send me to the penitentiary for years and years. If you can sleep with it, I can sleep with it.
I think we're done. At this point in time, I think we're done. Where I think we are today is that on the one hand, the Commonwealth can enforce the terms of this agreement based on the execution. Mr. Pate, I'm talking at this point in time.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
At this point in time, I'm going to sustain the Commonwealth's motion to revoke his bond. He will be taken into the custody and housed in the Breckinridge County Jail.
Your Honor, if I may speak to Mr. Chambers' motion to revoke the bond.
I've already ruled. I've already ruled at this point in time. We're done at this point in time. He's going into jail today.
Pate eventually pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 75 days in jail, with credit for time served. What's baffling about this is that he really had to push himself to plead guilty. Any normal person would have done it in an instant. This officer could have hurt many people because of what he did, but this next officer did not leave that up to chance.
There's an old saying, it ain't no fun when a rabbit's got the gun. It's equally applicable when he has the video. The eye of justice.
On January 28, 2015, an ex-cop, William Melendez, and his partner stopped Floyd Dent for a minor offense. But this stop turned into something completely different. As William appeared in court, the judge went through the situation again, the details of which will leave you shocked.
January 28, 2015, where his life changed forever. He was stopped by the defendant, a then Inkster police officer, and his partner, Officer Zelenowski. Mr. Dent was stopped for a minor traffic offense and ordered out of his vehicle. With his hands extended out of his driver's window, he was grabbed out, thrown to the ground, and 16 times in the head by the defendant. In his attempt to arrest him, he was thrown onto a window shield of a patrol car. The responding police officers arrived as the defendant is wrestling the defendant to the ground. Mr. Dent was struck, kicked, and tased while on the ground by what appeared to be a group of angry, anxious police officers that celebrated after the defendant was beaten and cuffed. The video in the car shows the police officers fist bumping as a celebratory act of bravery by the defendant and his cohorts. But the one image that struck out to the court was looking at Mr. Dent in his cell, shaking his head.
You could already tell that the judge was infuriated by this devil cop's actions. What he did was so low that even the judge couldn't hide the disgust on her face.
If his conduct was indicative of what he was thinking, I would have thought this. What crime did I commit? Being a black man in a Cadillac, stopped for a minor traffic offense by a group of racist police officers looking to do it. As Police Officer John Zelenowski, auxiliary police officer, testified in court too, in his response to a text, was quoted as saying, "At least give me the satisfaction of knowing that you're out there beating up niggas right now. LOL. How humiliating and degrading that must have been." He was left in a cell for a number of hours before getting medical treatment. On January 28, 2015, you did not fulfill your job. You performed Just Us, a game that began with a police stop. The purpose of it was to harass and degrade a motorist in Inkster. The man chosen for your game was Floyd Dent, a black man. The game went like this. Let's follow a car in a known area, and based on your years of training experience, you knew that the motorist would likely be a black person, no license, armed with a gun or drugs in a vehicle.
The judge was not taking this lightly, as she rubbed the officer's face in the mess that he had created for himself, and you could see the clear indications of shame on the officer's face.
And upon stopping Mr. Dent, who was dead wrong for driving with no license or license suspended, running stop signs, and weaving in and out of the back street, which the court saw on the video, you and your sidekick, auxiliary police officer Zelenowski, caught your prey. Upon being stopped, Mr. Dent put his hands out of the driver's window in plain view. Your partner and you pulled him out. When he didn't move fast enough for you, you refer to it as resisting. I call it bowing down to your command. You utilized your dirty, hairy tactics and used excessive force to arrest him. When your posse arrived, they joined you in the takedown, kicking and ultimately throwing Mr. Dent into a windshield of a police car with a dash cam, which I refer to as the eye of justice. You were so into your bravado that you forgot the eye of justice was watching you and recording this disgusting beating, seeing Mr. Dent slammed into the window shield with blood running down his face. The dash cam that was designed to protect you ended up being what convicted you. Fist busting after taking him down as a sign of bravery was just another cowardly act caught by the eye of justice.
This female judge is what we need more of in this country today. She had no problem at all in stating the obvious and addressing all the elephants in the room.
It took me several days to read the letters that people sent talking about your character, about the man that you are, about how you went in Westland and helped to save 3 senior citizens from a burning building. 3 of those letters, I believe, were from African Americans, and 1 even professed to be like a mother. 1 or 2 things, either they're all racist or there's something redeeming about you that somehow in some way you forgot that night. The way you denigrated that man was awful. Who would know and who would care about a lone black man being assaulted by upstanding police officers? At the station, the other eye of justice captured you and your posse making fun of Mr. Dent, mimicking him struggling while you all wiped the blood off your uniforms with disinfectant while he watched. Such an awesome, caring, properly trained police officer. You led your fellow officers down a path of cowardly behavior. But today you will pay for it. You will pay for 2 things. Not being an example of greatness, which I know that you are from all the letters of support, awards, and commendation that you have shared with this court, and resorting to cowardly acts of barbaric behavior that led you to be convicted of these crimes.
After a long verbal beating, the judge finally punished Melendez, and his reaction is worth watching.
You betrayed your city. You caused your lovely wife heartache. And you caused Mr. Dent severe anguish. And finally, in the words of Vicki Yost, your commander. Accountability is required to ensure continued community trust and healing. Today, I can only punish your conduct, but only you and God can change your character. I've had an opportunity to listen to both sides, but it was my privilege to be able to oversee this trial because I had great lawyers, and great lawyers make jobs real easy. At this time, I am going to commit you to the Michigan Department of Corrections. However, after weighing the allegations in this particular matter and looking at all the circumstances, including what you've done and who the person I really believe that you are, I'm going to commit you to the Michigan Department of Corrections as to count 1 for no less than 13 months, no more than 10 years. As to count 2, I'm going to give you 90 days credit for time served and close it out. Of course, it's going to give you 85 days for credit. You have 42 days to appeal my decision. That concludes this matter. Thank you.
That day, this judge set an example for how devils like Melendez should be treated nationwide, and I applaud her for that. Moving on to our final sentencing of the day, we have the case of Numan Raja, an evil cop who did one of the worst things a cop could do.
Discharging the firearm actually caused great bodily harm or death to Corey L. Jones.
On March 7th, 2019, Numan Raja, a former police officer from Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, was convicted following an 8-day jury trial for some heinous acts he had committed. On April 25th, 2019, Raja appeared in front of Circuit Judge Joseph Marks, and what the judge did next will leave you shocked.
We got 6 people that were plucked out of their normal lives, just sitting at home eating a sandwich one day, and they got a card in the mail that said, "You got to come to the courthouse." They're just regular folks just like the rest of us. And they got thrust into this situation. I have no idea what's going to happen right now. I do know one thing. There's going to be one side who's going to be brokenhearted. One side's going to be brokenhearted. We know that for sure. What I ask everybody, and then I follow it up with I'm ordering, that I am respectful that this is the most pressure-packed moment for most people in their entire lives. I don't want to hear a peep. And to whatever side's brokenhearted, if you don't think you can take it, I need you to step out in the hallway because nobody will run out of this courtroom while I'm taking this verdict. As soon as the 6 jurors are out of the courtroom, you're free to get up, walk out. Please, my job, and I think everybody's picked up on it, how respectful and polite I am to everybody. But when I'm forced to, I bite. I just want peace for these 6 people to get out of here, and then whatever the verdict is, we'll deal with it after they have been excused. Okay. So let's bring in the jury.
After an electric introduction, the judge orders the jury to be brought in.
Jurors, I'm gonna take things out of order here. I want you to listen, one last instruction I have to give to you. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to thank you for your time and consideration of this case. I also wish to advise you of some very special privileges enjoyed by jurors. No juror can ever be required to talk about the discussions that occurred in the jury room except by court order. For many centuries, our society has relied upon juries for consideration of difficult cases. We have recognized for hundreds of years that a jury's deliberations, discussions, and votes should remain their private affair as long as they wish it. Therefore, the law gives you a unique privilege not to speak about your work. Although you are at liberty to speak with anyone about your deliberations, you are also at liberty to refuse to speak to anyone. When you're being escorted out today, if you want to say, listen, I want to break off and stand in front of the courthouse and talk about this case, you're free to do so. But you're also free to say, I've done my service and I'm leaving. If anybody harasses, I want to know. When you leave, I'm going to give you you're going to be handed a packet. In the packet is a certificate of appreciation, Inside the envelope is a letter evidencing your jury work that I mentioned a very long time ago. If anybody has a problem with an employer, let me know. Also, there's the anonymous questionnaire. It's a way for you to write back to me and tell me, Judge, this is what I liked, this is what I didn't like. Does all of you have your personal belongings? Everything you've gathered, everything up? They're in the jury room? Okay.
You can already tell that this judge is pretty strong on principles. Just think about what he'd do to an officer who has the crime of unaliving someone hanging on his head.
In the Circuit Court of the 15th Judicial Circuit, in and for Palm Beach County, Florida, Criminal Division, Division X, case number 2016 CF 005507 AMB, State of Florida, plaintiff versus Newman Khan Raja, defendant, verdict. We, the jury, find as follows. As to count one, we find a defendant guilty of murder while armed with as charged in the information. As to count two, we found a defendant guilty of attempted first-degree murder as charged in the information. If you find a defendant guilty of attempted first-degree murder, you must next answer the following questions. Did the state prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant actually possessed a firearm? Yes. Did the state prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant actually discharged a firearm? Yes. Discharging the firearm actually caused great bodily harm or death to Corey L. Jones? Yes. So say we all, the 7th day of March, 2019, in West Palm Beach, County, Florida, signed, jury, foreperson.
Poll the jury.
Juror number one, were the verdicts read your verdict? Juror number two, were the verdicts read your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number three, were the verdicts read your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number four, were the verdicts read your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number five, were the verdicts read your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror number six, were the verdicts read your verdicts?
Yes.
Thank you very much. You're excused. Follow the deputies. All right, everybody have a seat.
Even the jury seemed determined to put the devil cop behind bars, but now it was the judge's turn to speak.
All right. So, State, what are your feelings? 30 days to put it off?
At this time, obviously, we're going to request the defendant be remanded.
I am going to remand the defendant.
We will. We understand that there realistically is going to be some type of legal argument that needs to be made.
Sure.
Based on the verdict, we would expect there to be some type of motions filed by the defense. We'd ask the court, if you would, set a deadline on filing motions, and then give us a certain deadline on responding to those motions, and then setting a sentencing hearing either from that point, but I think 30 days might be a little too light, just in the fact of, understandably, there probably will be some litigation prior to the actual.
I'm sure. Definitely there will be, based on some previous discussions we had. Should I pass sentencing off then for about 45 days to get your post-trial motions in order? Okay. So, Ms. Driscoll, please give me a date in about approximately 45 days, and I'll set it at 1:30 in the afternoon and set aside the whole afternoon.
We also have a date, just a final date for any motions to be filed. That will give us an opportunity to file.
I'll put that at the 30-day mark.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So that gives you 15 days in between. 30 days to get your appropriate motions filed, 15 days early.
Judge, are you going to do the motions at the same time as the sentencing?
That would not be my intention. That would not be my intention. So I'll have time in between there. The lawyers have worked so well together. Just contact each other, and I'll put aside special time for you. April 26th, that's the 45-day mark. Okay, that'll be sentencing, 1:30 in the afternoon, and in between, I'll leave it to the lawyers to contact my office to set up whatever hearings need to be conducted regarding post-trial motions. I hereby remand the defendant. And Mr. Lubin, do you want a PSI?
The court was dismissed afterward, but on April 25th, 2019, the same judge, Joseph Marks, sentenced Raja to an astounding prison sentence.
On count one, I hereby sentence him to 25 years in the Department of Corrections. And on count two, I hereby sentence Mr. Raja to 25 years in the Department of Corrections. That is as a minimum mandatory, which was required that he serve day for day. Those sentences will run concurrently.
Raja's scheduled release date is February 27, 2044, but under Florida parole and probation guidelines, his minimum release date is May 29, 2040. As of September 20th, 19, Raja was being held at the Wakulla Correctional Institution in Crawfordville, a minimum to medium security level prison southeast of Tallahassee. It doesn't always take a judge to put these tyrants back in their place. Sometimes all you need is a camera and a strong will for justice. On August 4th, 2024, a man named Sean was filming outside a government facility when Deputy Jacob Rupp from the Limestone County Sheriff's Department showed up and started bothering him. But the way the auditor put him down will leave you in awe.
Who are you? And your name?
Jacob Rupp, RUPP.
I'm sorry? I can't hear you.
What are you doing?
I'm just taking some pictures and video of the facility.
Why?
For my own personal use. What are you doing?
A guy out here trying to film the jail.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Well, I was going to go to lunch.
You were going to go to lunch? Don't let me stop you.
You're not stopping me.
Yeah, you're not detained, or you're free to go to get your lunch. There's... Still following me around, the correctional officer. See, the correctional officer's jobs are to monitor the inmates, not free men and women walking around in public. We have some more correctional officers here. Hey, how are you? I'm doing well, sir. Beautiful day.
We got somebody out here walking around. You doing good, though?
Yeah, do you mind if I get your name? Randolph, and your name, sir?
Posey.
Posey, and your name, sir?
Smith.
Thank you, Smith. My name's Sean. I'm just taking some pictures and video of the facility here. Nothing nefarious going on. I spoke to this correctional officer here on his way to lunch. Told him not, mean to interrupt your lunch, but he...
Just look at the difference between the first officer and the ones that Sean was talking to later. This shows that some cops are especially moronic.
Nothing nefarious going on.
Sounds good to me. You need a bottle of water or anything? Don't get too hot out here, though.
No, thank you. I appreciate the offer. I really do. Thank you. It is getting a little hot out here, but beautiful day.
Yes, sir, it is.
It's a beautiful day outside. Beautiful day. So... I'm sorry, sir, I can't hear you. Your truck is very loud.
You don't have my permission to use my likeness in your film.
I don't have your permission to use your likeness?
Yeah, you're not using my image on your film.
Well, we're in public. You have security cameras here.
Name?
Well, my name is Sean.
Sean what?
Just Sean.
Sean, you gotta have a last name.
There are no limits on how stupid people can be, but this is not the kind of behavior you should get from a public servant.
What's the name of your YouTube page?
You want to go to lunch. That's what you want to do. You don't want to do this. There's no reason for it. You thought you were going to intimidate me coming up on me like that. Didn't work, did it? Didn't back up an inch. Now please back up and de-escalate. Or go get your supervisor. Can you call a supervisor? Because this guy is trying to intimidate me. You intimidate those guys in there. You ain't going to intimidate me. You intimidate them because they're in handcuffs. And they're in cells. I'm not in either one of those right now. So you're not intimidating me. Now back up, go to lunch, stop harassing me, stop trying to intimidate me. Tyrant. I'd like to speak to a supervisor, sir.
I'm the supervisor here right now.
You're a supervisor here right now? You're sergeant?
But I will talk to you if you turn that off. I don't want my likeness used either.
You just saw one of your
If you
officers.
get it, then turn the thing off. All he asked you was your name, so he can make sure that your
And I said
his
my name is
likeness
Sean.
doesn't get used on any...
He can do whatever he likes. That's fine. He can do that.
All right.
But what he can't do is try and intimidate members of the public. And you as a supervisor allowed it to happen.
We will have a deputy here shortly. You can talk to him.
You allowed that as a supervisor to happen, for him to come up in my space and intimidate me. So you just allow your officers to intimidate members of the public? Sergeant, is that how you run this operation you have here? Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
The officers really thought they could go inside the building and hide from the camera, but Sean was relentless, so he barged in as well. And let's just say that the officer didn't respond well to it.
You cannot video inside.
This is a public lobby.
Do not videotape in this building.
I'm here to get a complaint form since you don't want to take my complaint.
Complaint form is right down here at dispatch.
This is not a public lobby?
If you need a complaint form, go to dispatch.
Okay,
That's
but
where
this
you
is a
pick
public
that up
lobby,
at.
correct? I don't consent to using my likeness on your security camera footage, just so you know. So this is just the visitor center, guys. We're not going to be intimidated by these tyrants. So we have a deputy here, just arriving on scene, Limestone County Sheriff's Deputy.
I'm a Sergeant Moore of the Sheriff's Office here.
Hey, Sergeant.
Concerned.
Right.
Something wrong or?
Sergeant Moore, no, it was just, my name is Sean. I'm an independent journalist. I'm just taking some B-roll footage of the facility here. I'm working on a story, the county facility here. And while I was doing that, some correctional officers approached me. One in particular, he got in my face, tried to intimidate me. And, you know, I just wanted to file a complaint against that correctional officer.
Okay, you'll have to say that with their supervisor. I'm a patrol sergeant.
Right.
It's going to be a...
Right, the supervisor just ignored me. He saw it happen. Like I said, he got like right in my face, like inches from my face.
Okay. Which supervisor did you speak to with corrections?
I believe it was Sergeant Smith.
Sergeant Smith?
Smith was one of their names. There was about 5 of them out here, so...
This sergeant gave a really ambiguous reaction when Sean told him what was going on. Check it out.
So, as far as the recording goes, it's not an issue. You have a First Amendment right to freedom of the press, all that kind of stuff, as long as you are not recording anything going on within the facility or causing a disruption to the
right, no restricted areas or anything like that. Right, no restricted areas, and I'm not interfering with anything. I'm just quietly gathering my content for my story. Like I said, it's just the intimidation tactics used here. I don't really appreciate them, and I'm not, as you just said, I'm not breaking any laws. I'm not doing anything illegal, so I don't see why that would happen.
What kind of story are you working on? What kind of journal are you?
Government corruption. I investigate government corruption.
Right then, Sean, well, as long as you do not hinder any kind of government operations or go in any kind of restricted access areas or film anything within the facility, you have one to say.
Have a great day. Definitely was not trying to hear any of his directives.
Following this interaction, Sean met a couple of more officers and submitted a complaint about the officers as well. But the interaction that stood out the most was when he talked to the sheriff.
Requested to talk with me?
Yes.
The sheriff?
Yes, sir. I would love to speak to you.
So you have a complaint?
Yeah, so I was out here just taking some pictures and video. I was very cordial to everybody who came into contact with me. I'm not here to harass anybody. I'm not here to try and do anything criminal in nature. I'm here to exercise my rights.
Yeah, can you show me the video of what happened?
Sure, I can show you the video, no problem. I can show it to you.
Real quick and I'll discuss it.
Okay, I'll show it to you. Hold on. That's basically everything that transpired, Sheriff.
Here's the deal, man. You're welcome to film and do everything. All right. I know what you're here for. You may get some reaction out of people. I'm gonna go talk to them and let them know that you can be here and you can do this. It's just part of it. But as long as you don't start harassing no one or sticking it up anybody's face, I don't care, man. You're welcome to be here. So.
Right.
But
what do you?
Talk with him.
Right. So I'm not looking for anybody to harass me. I'm not looking for anybody to intimidate me.
But are you trying? You're trying to provoke a reaction out of people. So
well, you just watched. You just watched the video.
But he didn't do anything illegal, did he?
It's very concerning that a sheriff really thought that the officer's intimidation tactics were justified. Absolutely shameful.
You could say he didn't do anything illegal. He didn't do anything illegal. Well, I would consider it harassment, so I would consider it illegal. I would consider it illegal. If I did that to you, if I walked up to you, so if it's not illegal, I can walk up to you and get in your face, right?
Yeah, you don't bother me, but you're not going to do to other people.
Okay, but I didn't do it to him. He came up to me. You saw the video, Sheriff.
I will go and I will talk to him.
But you saw the video. I was nowhere near him.
Listen to me. Okay? Like I said, you're free to be out here, film, record, take pictures, whatever you want to do.
Right.
If you get a provoked reaction out of what you're trying to look for, you can't go complaining, but he didn't do anything legal. I will address it with him. But other than that,
But what
like I
about
said,
what about
you can be here
recording?
as
Is
long as
what
you
about
start annoying
recording is provoking anybody, Sheriff? Just recording in and of
So
itself
what
is
your
not
goal
provoking.
right here today?
My goal is to peacefully exercise my rights and to see how our public servants, including yourself,
To
Sheriff.
see if you can provoke.
No. To see how they react to us
Like I said,
engaging
you
in
are
a
free to be
constitutionally
here,
protected
okay?
activity.
I've told you what
You're
I
not going to have a civil conversation because one of your.
civil, you're just
It
being
is.
argumentative.
I'm not
I'm
being
not doing
argumentative.
Have
You're
a good
saying
day.
that I'm here
Have a good
provoking people, but you're not taking accountability for your officers who tried to provoke me and intimidate me. Shameless behavior, Sheriff. And what I'm doing here is exactly this, exposing you to the world. Wow. Absolutely insane, ladies and gentlemen. So we were just walking around the facility here, and the sheriff of Limestone County approached us. We showed him the video footage of the deputy, the correctional officer, Rupp, getting right inches from my face, intimidating me, spitting on the ground next to me. Absolutely abhorrent behavior, trying to intimidate a free man in this country.
If an officer can be baited into violating rights and acting unprofessionally when no crime is being committed, then the audit is doing its job. Just seeing it as provoking a reaction sidesteps any accountability for this dynamic. Watching these dumb officers was painful, but not as painful as what this next man had to go through at the hands of several corrupt officers.
All right, we're gonna...
On August 24th, 2018, officers from the Tulsa Police Department responded to calls from locals about a man screaming and removing his clothes at 6th and Main. When officers arrived at the site, they found Joshua Harvey shirtless, and what they did next will leave you stunned.
Hey, Nigel, just cuff his... Hey, relax. You're okay. You're okay. Hey, relax. Hey. Relax. Hold up.
Hey, let's just get that car.
Hey, Nigel. Hold up. Hey, let's just get in our cars. There's no reason to freak. I mean, he hasn't done anything yet. He's just acting crazy. We'll just follow him. Yeah, he's on something, so we got to catch up to him. Huh? I don't know if that's gonna work. We'll try. Yes, I mean sometimes you just. So let's just go up here and then we'll. Just you got your lights on, man. Let's make a move. Okay.
Yeah, 372 connect.
Okay, went this way? Okay.
Back curve 214, our subject ran north, so we're going to be trying to find him.
Yeah, they say he ran west. Cut him off here.
After a couple of minutes, the officers found the man again, but this time they were determined to bring him down.
Don't run in the bank. All right, we're gonna. Let's take. Get on the ground. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Roll over. Put your hands behind your back. Roll over. Roll over. Roll over. Roll over. Roll over. Roll over. Go Horner! Hands behind your back. Go Horner! Go! Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. Put them behind your back. Got one cuff?
We got one cuff, but get him in front.
Relax, buddy. Roll over.
No! Yeah! Oh,
Stop.
yeah! Okay!
Try it, man.
I'm LeBron James. You got it.
Like you said.
Yeah?
Just 3.
Again. Calm down. You fucking better.
Those are mine.
Yeah!
All right, stop.
The man was acting erratically, so the use of force was understandable, but the officers didn't have to go that far. Both of the officers were together, and they did it multiple times.
That's where I'm going. You got another cuff cut? Here. No. Give me that one. Here.
Yeah!
Give me this one. Give me this one. All right, let's get the other hand. Let's get the other hand. Okay. All right, let's get the other hand. I'm working.
Get it out. Get your hand out.
Get your hands, guys.
Get your hand out.
You want to get this one? I got this hand.
Get your hand out. Take it out.
Locked in. One more tickle. You got it locked in. All right, that's good. Oh, with the here, hold on.
Here,
Hey,
I'll try and get it out.
Yeah! Here, you got this one.
Yeah, I'll try and get it out, Jay.
Okay.
Jay, let him go.
What the hell is he hooked on to? Nothing. He's just turtling up. Just keep going. Keep going. We got him. All right. Hold up. All right. Let's get that over here. Just like we got it. Okay. All right. Hey.
Give me upset.
So, what else do we need? Another there?
No. Yeah, I got it. Get his other foot. That's fine. Just like that. Perfect.
Despite being on drugs, the man was injured. According to reports, he had a heart condition as well. And as we all know, heart disease and don't go well with each other.
He's obviously on something.
Yeah. No. No. Hey!
Freaking drugs.
Those guys freaking.
I guess the glass got him as he broke the window. Oh yeah. There's no way we got him without the taser. We would have been wrestling him for an hour.
And how strong he is.
Yeah, he's a tough kid.
Yeah.
Didn't care.
No.
Didn't give
I hope you don't have AIDS, because.
Oh, dude, I know.
Crap, I got some. You kidding me? Look at this gal. She's filming us the whole time. Standing here.
Yeah, I don't know. You guys have to do that if you tase somebody?
No!
Yes. Let's do, get IMSA started if we don't already. Tell them where we're at.
44-004-933.
Bank. 5th and Main.
Well, I'm glad the taser worked.
Coming. Okay.
That's my
You're
right.
tasing him.
Hey, is that my
As long as you
social?
don't get between the deals.
There's not.
Yeah, you're good.
My
As long as you
social.
get between the.
My name is Jordan Preston.
As long as you don't get both lines on you, you're good.
You got to do injury.
Yeah, absolutely.
463 Custom Wood, 12933 East Apache. 12933 East Apache Street.
Only one of them. I knew that only one of them was working.
It looked like you guys got
Because
it.
I can't, and I don't know if it yours. Yeah, I don't know if it was yours or working or mine. So we were both hitting them, and we didn't know which one was working.
Rolled around some of the probes, probably just loose.
Yeah, this one right here.
Yeah.
That's Sean coming in.
Sir Carterback, Charlie 211, H3 Custom Wood, 129 East Apache.
Yeah. Yeah.
Adam 225.
Hit his head with that, because I thought he might run out.
I thought the glass guy.
Oh, he's going to. This would have been a problem. This would have been a problem.
Help! 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 Help!
Put your knee right there. You can rest a little bit, and then you can actually lean on him.
Help!
The man kept screaming for help because perhaps he knew something was not right inside him, but as he was on the officers didn't take him seriously.
Get the tasers off me!
No.
Get the taser, please!
No.
Please, sir.
No. No, you've been naughty this morning. We're not happy with you. We're really disappointed in your behavior today.
You broke the folks' glass, man.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Unit 373, 259.
Now they've got to do all kinds of biohazard cleaning. It's a perfectly nice business we're in.
700 North.
Arvest has always been good to me.
Take the tasers off!
No.
Probably him too. It's probably where they come, they come and get a cup of coffee just so they go.
Just said Brahms having a nice
No, you're not going to get out.
You might as well just relax, man.
It's not going to happen.
Help. What's your name?
Help.
Hey, what's your name?
Help.
Help is not your name. What's your name?
George.
No!
Your name is George.
Help. Does he take things
Well, maybe on some of those papers.
051.
Was that his paper?
I think it was. I think he was still holding on to
It's
some
got a
stuff.
calendar and...
Probably just bull.
Yeah, there's no telling.
Unit 274. Car for traffic. Unit 274. Car for traffic 1077. 300 heavy traffic way. 300
Dude, the
south
first-
heavy traffic way.
The first, when you first tased
When
me,
I
he just
tased
turned
him,
around.
yeah.
Then I hit him, so I wondered if this is that probe.
I think
Because when I hit him, he goes...
372 is going to be
Yeah.
a dark colored sedan versus an unknown.
After a while, medical help arrived and carried Joshua to the hospital.
051 241.
Hey, Josh. What's going on, bud?
let's strap him in.
Yeah, you guys need to strap him in.
Strap him in.
Union 372.
Check for the blood behind you, fellas. Yeah.
Need a little bit more care.
Okay.
You're rolling to the side.
Here, I got my cup key.
I got it. I got it.
You got it.
Probably gonna need intubated. There it goes. Get it.
Crazy, dude.
Cuff that one there, Rail.
Yeah, as soon as they strap on stuff, I will.
Okay. You can get some capnography in there, please.
Dude, but it's no joke, man. They're gonna, everybody in all these homeless people are gonna see what he's acting like, and we're gonna have probably more of these today.
Yep.
It's crazy how that works.
On August 27th, Tulsa police were told Harvey had died. According to the medical examiner's report, Harvey had a heart disease and a history of use. That, combined with the physical exertion and getting bunch, is what made his heart finally give out. The Tulsa district attorney did not press charges. If you think these officers were too much, then wait till you see the next officer who used excessive force on a couple having a good time at the beach.
Trespassing. Stop, I'm not doing it. I didn't even do nothing. Please.
On a sunny morning, police officers arrived at a beach where they saw a suspicious-looking parked car. As they approached the vehicle, they found a couple inside. But soon, things escalated, and what the officers did after that was unbelievable.
Keep your hands where I can see them.
Can't see anything. I get that door open.
What are you guys doing over here?
Oh. Mom lives across the street.
Mom and Dad live across the street. Yeah, why don't you guys step out real quick? You got a baby in here too, or no?
Across the street. I'm in the pickup zone.
Whose car is this?
We just got it from my dealership. We didn't just get it. Well, it was traded in, and we're trying to process buying it.
Alright. Is there a reason why?
Is
there a reason why you're not staying at your parents' house?
Is that hotel across the street?
We were waiting for him to wake up. We got here late.
We got here at like 3 a.m. in the morning.
Well, why don't y'all step out real quick, give us your IDs, and go from there.
How long we got stolen? I don't actually. My driver's license is good.
Okay. What's your first name and last name? What's your first name? When was the last time you guys used
She's a stay-at-home mom. So, what made you say?
Just I'll be able to find you. What's your middle name? Where's your ID?
Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay. You want me to run her? I can just do it both.
Good.
The officers suspected the couple to be on, but they had no proof of it. This didn't stop them from abusing their power, however.
Is there a reason you threw that in the back seat?
No, it's not a cigarette pack. I'm just about to smoke my cigarettes. You want me to grab it for you? No, it's empty, Jess. It's an empty cigarette pack. The one I threw was okay. You want me to get it for
Okay. No, that's okay. Thank you. Ma'am, if you could please not dig around in your car while we're here. Thank you.
I didn't think it was an issue. There's no trespassing sign or nothing.
You had to drive past the mountain.
Where are they at?
Right there. Right there. Right there.
Like I said, we got here at 3 a.m., so...
Do you guys have anything illegal in the car?
No, we're here to pick up our kids and their grandparents.
We're literally just waiting for daylight to go get our kids. They're right there at that motel.
Okay.
Yeah, they've been rebuilding that motel right there, so...
Here, slide over here for me so I can run the VIN number on this thing. Will you go over there also?
If you guys just want to stand against the back of the vehicle, that'd be perfect.
I'm fine right here.
Go ahead and stand against the back of the vehicle, please, sir. Thank you.
Hey, my man. You're about 2 seconds away from going in handcuffs, you hear me? You're trespassing. Turn on.
Stop, dude. I'm not doing it. I didn't even do nothing, dude. Please. I didn't do nothing, guys. Sir, I promise I didn't do nothing, man.
Stop talking.
Please, man.
Now you gonna cry? You're a tough guy. Second.
I didn't tell what
Sit down. Sit down.
It's alright. If he's giving us a problem, it's easier just to put everybody in cuffs.
Close your mouth.
It's absolutely astonishing how a tyrant like that was abusing the couple, and instead of stopping him, the other officer joined him.
Man, you want to be a smart, tough guy?
I was not
speak your mind. Hang tight. Now you're going to jail. How's that?
Sir, Chris Bates, stop talking. Just stop.
You said this is a trespass arrest site, Nick?
I mean... Was that a Where's baby at?
They're at that motel right there.
Her parents, we just drove down last night to pick up our kids. This morning, they're here late because I got off work late, and they're literally right there at that motel.
The VIN plates are like
Stand her up for me. I got the title and everything to us. It was a trade-in.
I swear,
we don't do, man, we don't even for nothing like that. There's no.
I have never in my life.
Man, she's got bad acne, and y'all should never hear calling this drug because she's got bad acne. This is insane.
I have never in my life.
I'm gonna give you a hint. This isn't our first day.
Shoot up.
This
No,
is
no,
it.
I swear to God, on everything I love, I have never in my life shot up.
You won't find a needle in this car.
Even if I have scars on my body, I have never shot up with a needle. I promise to God on everything I love.
Oh, well, be careful, because when you get struck by lightning.
Sir, we don't do, sir.
Chris, just stop.
The officers knew there was something wrong, so they kept searching until they finally found something.
You have Narcan in your purse, right?
Yeah, because everybody around her brothers, drug addict and everything like that.
You don't do... No? But you carry
I said that I
Narcan.
don't shoot up. I never said I don't do.
Addicts.
I'm not here doing anything wrong, sir.
You're trespassing.
I didn't know that. Stop.
In the morning when we got here,
It's not like I'm out here doing something wrong.
I mean, literally, we can go walk right over there. My kids are sitting over there.
Sir, all I ask is that I be able to please go home. I apologize. It's not like if you think big, it's not like we were out here causing grief. I didn't know that.
You look like you were confused. That's why I wanted to clarify it.
Yeah, oh, I needed to. Did you calm down? What?
Stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
I can't stand up. You don't have that in your car, do you, Chris? Is that air gun in the car? Sir. I believe
You're not getting choked.
I believe in the black book bag there's ACD gun. It's a fake little aerosol.
You got any needles on you?
I don't do needles, man. I can't. You're choking me, dude.
Stop moving.
Oh my God. Come on, man. Please.
Sit down. Sit. Right there. Sit down.
Chris, stop
Sit down.
speaking.
Sit down.
Dude,
Sit.
Stop talking and stop, Chris.
Stop with the drama. Stop with the drama.
So far, the officers were rude, but that was downright barbaric. There was no reason at all for the cop to behave like that. He did that because he was on a power trip, which is absolutely disgusting.
How do you go from a tough guy to crying, my man? How do you do that?
I'm getting picked
Is
off.
that the drugs? Is that the drugs talking?
Stop it.
Nobody talk.
All drama.
Did you guys hear what I just said about the airsoft gun?
Yes,
the BB
yes,
gun?
don't worry about it. It ain't nothing illegal, so
I
it's
know.
cool.
I just want them to know that it was said before.
So you got
anyone
bullets.
went in there.
Baby,
Rounds of ammunition with an airsoft gun, you're telling me?
don't talk to this guy. He's a. Don't say anything else.
Stop talking. Stop talking.
What's that?
Huh?
He's got a whole series, razor blades,
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say may be used against you. You have the right to talk to an attorney and have him or her with you anytime during questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you. But anytime you wish to stop speaking, you may do so. With these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me? Do you want to talk, yes or no? It's very simple. You either want to help yourself or you don't. Do you want to talk to me, yes or no?
About what?
About the stuff that's in your purse.
What about it?
What do you mean, what about it? Do you want to talk, yes or no? It's a simple yes or no.
What do you want to know?
Okay, I want to know if you want to talk to me with your rights that I just read to you.
Grab him first. Stand up. Stand up.
I can't, guys. I'm a big guy. I can't. It's really hard for me to stand up that way.
Hey.
Chris, what do I say?
No, you don't talk to him at all. Just tell me if you're wrong. Why am I being arrested?
You want to push back or do you want to walk?
Push, dude. I'm asking.
Okay.
Oh, I got stick, dude. There's stickers all. Stop, guys. Stop, dude. Wait, why are you being so mean to me, man? There's a sticker in my foot. For real. Dude, I'm wearing socks, man. Come on. Jesus, dude. Please, I didn't stop, man. What's your problem, man? You're not a. You're just.
Absolutely shameful how the officers treated these two. These are the people that we are supposed to feel safe around. Can you believe that?
You're just. Stop! Stop! What? I'm not doing that. Stop kicking! I can't do nothing. You are nothing but a bully. You're a coward behind a badge. Just to let you know.
Put him in the back?
Dude, you are such a biggest man in my life, man. You gotta sit over here and try to push somebody around because you got a badge. You're sorry ass.
Stop fighting us. You're told. another charge now.
No, I ain't got no other charge. I didn't do nothing
Resisting
wrong.
arrest.
Sir, I didn't resist
Stand up.
nothing. I can't, sir. I'm on my face.
You want to search him?
Yeah, I want to take a look.
These moments are a stark reminder that justice can't be escaped when the truth comes to light. If you're all about seeing the bad guys get what they deserve, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content that holds the corrupt accountable. This is Detective Mystery signing off.